Welcome back to Caffeine Connoisseurs. In this week's episode, we are reviewing Bankroll Coffee's 20-cent coffee. So if you don't recognize this coffee or don't know anything about it, it's actually made by a YouTuber named Graham Stephan. He's a financial YouTuber that 20-cent coffee, or specifically 20-cent iced coffee, has been a meme on his channel for a really long time. Basically, since he's a financial YouTuber, he says that Starbucks is a waste of money and you shouldn't go and spend $5 or $6 a day on a cup of coffee when you could just make it at home for 20 cents. And he actually made a tutorial around 2 years ago about how to make 20-cent iced coffee before he even had his own coffee company. And back then I was like, hey, I have a caffeine channel. He's making 20-cent iced coffee. Maybe I could make a video like that and maybe he would react to it. And I really just never got around to it. And recently, he made his own coffee company out of the meme that started on his channel for saving money. So I think that's really cool. And as soon as I heard about him starting his own coffee company, I snatched this up immediately because I've been a longtime fan of the channel, and he is the reason that I have a 780 credit score. I have 5 credit cards, a Roth IRA, and a 4-digit number worth of investments by the age of 21. So Graham, thanks. Also, speaking of Graham, if we could get him to react to this, that would be insane. So please make sure to go share this with him wherever you can, tweet it at him, and also make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also, one thing that I want to say before we make our 20-cent iced coffee, I wanted to follow his tutorial almost exactly to a T, but the only thing that I really changed is, one, I'm going to make pour-over coffee, which is actually probably saving me a little bit of money because I'm using less coffee every time. Maybe, I don't know for sure. And also, the second thing that I'm changing is the type of creamer, because in the video, he used coconut creamer, which I completely disagree with the whole idea of creamer anyway, but if we're making iced coffee and we're following his tutorial, we gotta use it. So I got French vanilla because I don't like coconut, so I didn't think it would be fair to review the coffee and say, I don't like this coffee, it's coconut. So I actually got a creamer that I would enjoy. So without further ado, let's go make some 20-cent iced coffee.
"24 hours later."
Okay, so we are back and we have our Bankroll coffee. I need to adjust the zoom on the camera. It's not correct. There we go. That looks a lot better now. So anyway, yeah, we are back and we got our iced coffee. It's the next day because, as he said in the video, you need to leave the coffee in the fridge for 24 hours, which hasn't been exactly 24 hours. I ended that last clip at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and right now it's about 6 o'clock in the morning, so definitely not 12 hours, but I've slept since then, and the reason it's so early is because I have to catch a flight, and I'm leaving to go to Germany in a few hours. So something that I want to point out really quickly before we drink this coffee, which I need to drink it and which I need to get to taste in it because I actually haven't tasted this coffee yet. This will be the first time that I'm tasting it. I wanted to make a note about the packaging. This is a very nice bag. The material that it's made out of is very nice, and also the fact that it's resealable. I've only had a couple of different coffees that is actually resealable on the back like that, and I love when they do that because when it has like the fold down top thing, I don't feel like it actually gets sealed all the way, and and I feel like the coffee loses its freshness over time quicker than it will with the resealable bag. So that's just something that I want to point out real quick. Now let's get to the taste test. Okay, so I honestly don't know what to think about it. I mean, I want to say that it's just normal coffee. I mean, it's definitely good. I don't dislike it. So one of the reasons that I don't know what to say about this is because I don't normally drink coffee with creamer, so I guess I can't really point out all the subtleties in this coffee and stuff that I would normally find. But overall, it tastes pretty good. I'm definitely going to drink it again. I mean, it's not a bad coffee. It's more of a neutral coffee that I think would probably be good for a wide range of people, and that's probably what they are going for with this. If I had to guess, this is probably Arabica beans, because Arabica beans are better and they taste better, and because it doesn't actually say on this bag, which I'm surprised, but if I had to guess, it's probably Arabica beans, and I'm guessing in a cup of coffee there's probably around 100 milligrams of caffeine. I, of course, can't be exactly sure because I can't test it, and I don't have the tools to be able to test how much caffeine there is in the coffee, but overall I would say there's probably 100 milligrams in it, because this is a really neutral coffee flavor. It's not exactly strong or anything, which that's also because of the creamer, which I do want to brew a normal cup of this and also taste it on camera for you guys, so this may be a little bit of a longer video. Also, it's a medium roast coffee, it's not a dark roast coffee, which makes it better for more people, because I feel like a wider range of people like medium roast compared to dark roast, and I think this is a really good neutral coffee. I'll have to taste it black just to make sure, but overall I think it's a pretty neutral coffee that would be good for a lot of people. If you're trying to find like a daily drinking coffee or something like that, from my first impressions, that's what I'm getting out of this. But yeah, I really like the flavor of the coffee itself because, as I said, it's a medium roast, sort of has like a neutral flavor. It tastes full-bodied from what I can tell. Again, I probably just need to actually, let's go do that. I'm going to finish this cup of coffee, take a break for a second from recording, and I'm going to go make a black cup of this. So now that I've had time to gather my thoughts as I went and brewed this black cup of coffee, I have a few more things to say. I'm going to go back on what I said earlier about this probably being Arabica beans. Now that I actually read the front of the bag, it says balanced and robust, and the word robust makes me think that it's probably Robusta beans, and also Robusta beans are cheaper and lower quality than Arabica beans in terms of flavor, not in caffeine. Everything about this coffee is to get it as cheap as possible, because this bag will only cost you $10. I mean, it's honestly a steal. So what I'm expecting is this to be sort of a neutral coffee, since it's a medium roast, and also something that I noticed before is that I thought that it wasn't brewed strong enough. So I brewed this cup just a little bit stronger than I did the iced coffee version. So just smelling of this coffee, it doesn't really have too much of a distinct smell. It doesn't have a smell that comes up and slaps you in the face like something like Death Wish has. It's just neutral and pretty good, and I think that's what this is meant to be, is sort of a neutral coffee that you can drink every single day and still get the flavor while not breaking the bank, which is actually what it says on a little card that I got shipped with this bag. And also, I want to review some of the other coffees they have on their website. There is a lot of them, and I do want to do a comparison and review on those. Graham, if you're watching this video, feel free to hit me up with some coffee, you know. But I'm going to be in Germany for a month, so it is going to be a while until I can get to those. This coffee is very hot because I just brewed it. Okay, so I can definitely tell that's Robusta beans just from sipping it, because it does have more of a bitter flavor where Arabica beans will have more of a rich flavor. And I'm glad that I brewed it just a little bit stronger than before because I think it actually tastes better. But it does have just a very neutral coffee flavor. There's nothing that really pops out and smacks you in the face. I mean, it's a very neutral flavor, and I think that if you're a person that just likes to have their morning cup of coffee and head out the door, this would probably be very good for you, and especially if you use coffee creamer, because before, I actually think that I preferred that flavor a little bit more than just the straight up black coffee, which is weird coming from me because I'm a coffee purist. So yeah, this is definitely a good coffee if you're a person that likes to make iced coffee and you don't have a lot of money to spend and you just need some coffee to daily drink. I think this would be very good for you. And hey, the bag is only $10, so that's cheap, that's affordable, and it's pretty good coffee. Of course, it's not the highest tier gourmet coffee made with Arabica beans, has multi-layers of flavors. It's just coffee. And I think that's exactly what this product is intended to do, is just be coffee at an affordable price. So feel free to go check them out. They will be the first link in the description if you want to buy some. Definitely help support Graham because I know that he's put a lot of time and effort into making this coffee. Anyway, I hope this was a coherent video. I sort of made it in a little bit of rush between trying to get everything recorded last night and then recording stuff this morning before I have to catch a flight. So I hope that I made sense. I'm sorry that this probably wasn't the best review of all time. I hope I did it justice. And yeah, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithms, and I will see you guys next week.